following is a presentation of the Trojan Sports Network.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting year of Taylor University Athletics here on the Taylor University YouTube page. Tonight, it is the Taylor women's soccer team getting things going about an hour and 3 minutes after our original start time. Our pre-match conversations and information brought to you by the folks at Marion General Hospital and newly named Marion Health. A lightning delay, just a sprinkling of rain came through here a little bit ago. Delayed things here by 63 minutes, but Kokomo, Urbuba Taylor, and the Cardinals of Concordia ready to get going here to open up their seasons tonight. The Trojans made it to the national tournament a season ago, had a narrow loss 2-1 in the opening round after winning double-figure games and losing just 5 a season ago. As the Trojans won 14 contests last season, they bring back all of their top 2 scorers and top of their 4, and here comes their leading assister from a year ago in Chloe Senna. Step through move, 2 defenders there, lost it off of her foot, tried to swing it to Grimm, and now coming forward is Sarah Mullins. And the foul is called against Senna back in the attacking box to our right. In the goal tonight for Concordia is Haley Jacobson, a 5'8 senior out of Howell, Michigan. On the other side for the Trojans, also a native of Michigan out of Grand Haven, it's the senior also at 5'8, Hannah Brackenbury. TU forcing the issue here early. Mullins able to knock it away. Collins back to Senna just outside the 18. Senna stepped through. Her left-footed shot was blocked on the way there. Held in, though, by Mullins off the volley is deflected down. Couldn't work its way to Grimm. And back up near the center circle as Concordia tries to get out of their defensive end. Fleetmeyer getting the start tonight on the defensive back line for TU, as the Trojans are without one of their top freshmen from a season ago. That would be Brooke Samini out of Las Vegas, dealing with a lower body injury tonight. The Trojans also without one of their senior captains tonight in Emma Goebel. Taylor shoots the goal to our right here in the opening half. And they are in the home whites with the purple numbers on the front and back. Concordia in the road blacks with the red numbers and the red trim. Flicked in by Fleetmeyer. Easy stop there by Jacobson. And the Trojans get their first shot here of the night. Again, high pressure again as Grimm gets her boot in front of the clearance, trying to argue the cause, and it'll be a goal kick here for Concordia as Grimm couldn't deflect it off of the Concordia defender in front of her, which looked to be Rory Brown. Taylor led by the winningest head coach in Taylor women's soccer history, 16th-year head man Scott Stan. Concordia led by Darius Ward in his second season. TU again applying pressure in the back, and Concordia turns it over to try to work it to Isabella Elsie. Libby Thomas throws it in to the Elder Stateswoman Senna on the end line. Saves as it cans off of her foot, and it's a goal kick here for Concordia. Jacobson played all 1,620 minutes a season ago for the Cardinals. Allowed 55 goals, which was just over 3 per ball game. As Concordia outscored last season 55-11. The Trojans, meanwhile, outscored their opponents 47-23. Taylor out of the highly competitive Crossroads League with 4 teams ahead of them receiving votes, or actually ranked in the top 25 poll, including the defending national champions in Spring Arbor. Grimm on the end line, cuts it down, left-footed service, went off the back of somebody, back to Mullins, whose right-footed shot is smothered by a sliding Jacobson to her right. Aaliyah McIntosh tries to work it forward as the ball on the defensive side of things for Taylor for the first time. Grimm gets back on side, now in a foot race near side here with Yvonne Clark. Grimm and Clark have been locking horns since the opening whistle. It's a Taylor throw in here from the near sideline, with Claire Massey set to throw it in. Younger sister Campbell making her first career start tonight. Into the box, and Mullins volleys out of the air. Little flick off the foot, and Collins will put it on top of the netting. Lauren Collins, the sophomore, the junior out of Dayton, Ohio, had her best season a year ago. Second on the team in goals with 8, also dished out 3 assists. Kiana Seifert, the leading goal scorer last year as a freshman, had 10 goals a campaign ago. Will come off the bench tonight, again nursing a lower body injury. Cross to the backside, nobody home on a good attempt there from TU as they continue to apply pressure here in the early going, as that was one of the freshmen, Eliza Luttrell. Try to find a teammate on the backside as she sent it in from the far sideline. Three shots to none for Taylor here in the first 6 minutes and change. Massey able to tow it forward. She was the leader in assists a season ago with 8. Senna was hot on her heels with 4. Fancy footwork from Aiello. But Caitlin loses it after being deflected away by a TU player, and a Concordia throw in front of the Taylor bench gets headed out of play, and Taylor gets the rock back. Throw in to Senna. Garrick flicks it back. Mariah Dunham heads it down and forward. Grimm directing traffic up the near side, and here comes Senna. Senna looks to cross. Plays it down to her left foot, now tries to angle away from a defender. Big step towards the top of the 18. Flicks it down. There's Fleetmeyer between the legs of the defender. Couldn't get the extra step as it's sent away from her by Kendra Lewis. Mullins races in. Has the defender right on her back and plays it back to Dunham at midfield. Fleetmeyer goes far side to Libby Thomas. Thomas angling in, playing it forward. Nobody home in white. And Jacobson cuts it off before it rolls across the end line, and she'll let everyone retreat back near midfield. McIntosh flicking it forward. Still no shots here for Concordia, as they send it out of play near the end of their own bench. Massey on the near sideline, set to throw it forward. 8 minutes gone here in half number one. Scoreless so far, but Taylor has 4 shots here in the early going. Mullins' path cut off by Yvonne Clark, and they whistle Mullins for the foul. Second one on TU. Tonight the Trojans starting 2 freshmen in Campbell Massey and Eliza Luttrell. Thomas flying up the far sideline. The sophomore has Luttrell to her left. Thomas continues to carry forward, looking for someone to dish off to, or maybe trying to find an angle for a shot. Wanted the shot. It got blocked, and then Concordia flicked it back into their own end. Collins pirouetting back to Mullins. Her shot was blocked and sent back up near midfield. Fleetmeyer trying to slalom her way through black-shirted defenders, as Dunham able to volley it down near side to Massey. A little bit too far for her, and it just rolls off of her heel and out of play. Taylor has turned up the pressure early here from the opening whistle, as now Fleetmeyer starts to walk McGee back to the Concordia defensive end. Midfield near side, Massey plays it forward, too far for Mullins to give it a go, but Grimm comes in and takes the ball from behind, and Taylor able to regroup in their own offensive end. Grimm, the 5'10 junior with the fancy footwork. Now Mullins has snuck her way behind to the end line and crosses with the right foot. Foot skips on through. There's Collins. Shot was blocked. Back at her feet. She's knocked down, able to keep her bearings around her. The Taylor fans want a penalty kick opportunity, as they thought Mullins was roughed up too much in the penalty area, but it falls on deaf ears. Massey to Massey. Campbell to Clare. It used to be Riley to Clare back in the day. Now the middle daughter of the Massey family, Claire, moves it forward. Riley recently married. We congratulate her. Headed on. There's Senna back near side. Mullins volleys it out of the air. Collins crashes in, trying to shoulder her way forward, and it finds the feet of Grimm. Off the redirect, back far side. Wide open is Luttrell, who sends one screaming over the crossbar. 2 or 3 different opportunities there before it finally found the feet of Luttrell. On the weak side, far side from us. Fleetmeyer holds it in, plays a nice ball through to Senna. On the right side, angle cut off on the end line, so Senna hits the brakes. Lays it back to Grimm, a little bit of an angle, then she'll poke it to the far side. Fleetmeyer's got to retreat and go and chase it down on the far side. Fleetmeyer to Luttrell, turning on the end line, trying to serve it through. It was flicked away by Concordia's Yvonne Clark. Taylor continuing to knock on the door of getting the first goal of the season here, as we play just over 11 minutes here in the opening half from Taylor University. The Cardinals play it back to the keeper, Jacobson. And her clearance held in by Claire Massey. Massey wanted to go to her right, fights through a tackle and dishes it off to Grimm. Into the middle, bouncing on through. Collins poked her nose in there, couldn't deflect it onto the frame. And it's cleared away by Concordia to the near sideline, and Taylor will have the throw in. 6 shots to none for Taylor as they quickly restart to Mullins. Near sideline, Massey steps around the first challenge, but as she did, it danced on the end line or the sideline and rolls out of play. Mullins with a challenge, and she gets yanked down out of play. Taylor gets the throw in here as Fleetmeyer has been active early on. Taken off of her toe, however, by Concordia as they press it forward with McGee. Wanted McIntosh as Thomas runs interference, and Brackenbury comes and knifes that one high and out of play. Or up back to the offensive end for Taylor as they go from left to right to white in white here in the opening half. After this, Taylor gets ready to fly westward for 2 matches next week in Oregon. Very exciting trip that the Trojans and head coach Scott Stan are really looking forward to. It's one of the things that they fundraised for during last February's Day of Giving. Mullins wanted to circle it on to Grimm, and now she does on the near side. Big first touch from Audrey. She'll work to the top of the 18. Left-footed shot on the run. Almost curled it around a diving Jacobson, but the Cardinal keeper got the heel of her hand on it at the last moment and punched it away. It's across the end line, and Taylor gets ready for the first corner kick of the season. It's the senior from Arlington Heights, Illinois, Senna, to take this one on the far side of the field as Taylor shoots on the goal to our right. Senna second on the team a season ago with 4 assists to go along with her 4 goals. High in-swinger, way over the back post. Dunham flicks it back all the way to the far side with great pace. Senna comes in, tried to volley it around a defender as she came crashing in from that far side corner. It was Isabella Elsie that was the one that made life difficult for Senna. And it's out off of the Trojans, and a goal kick once again here for Concordia. As the first sub of the night, Danielle Bracken gets ready to enter here for the Cardinals. That's the Taylor men's soccer team making the noise down and to our right. They had a nice scrimmage last night against IU East, as Fleetmeyer uses her forehead to keep it from going across midfield again. Mullins has Massey in space, and that's a dangerous opportunity here for Taylor. Grimm from the right side goes all the way to the far side of the field. It's over the head of the freshman Luttrell, and that's out and going back to Concordia as Grimm got everyone to look at her, and she tried to play to the weak side. Alyssa Pringle comes to the near side to have a chat. One of the members of the Concordia coaching staff. It's Isabella Elsie that exits. Taking her spot is Danielle Bracken, as we mentioned. Bracken, the 5'5 senior out of Brighton, Michigan. After dark gray skies plagued overhead for about an hour, we have got some wonderful cool temperatures here in Upland, Indiana tonight for this women's soccer opener, our first athletic event here of the 2023-2024 calendar academic year. Defensive end as Taylor operates here. Claire Massey surveys and boots it forward. Senna able to block her defender off, had to come back and get it. Then she and Collins sandwich Andrea Foster in the middle, and Foster goes spiraling down as Senna gets whistled for the foul. Third foul on the Trojans here tonight. Concordia is, until right now, this is the deepest they've gotten the ball with the ball at their feet, as Fleetmeyer has just been a pest here against Concordia tonight. The midfielder has floated her way back, has done a really nice job of connecting things for Taylor, as Luttrell, one of the freshmen, gets a big boot for it, and now she accelerates. All she has is green turf in front of her, saves it from going across the end line for the initial part, on the initial touch, and then a little too much heat off of it as it rolled out of play. Goal kick for Jacobson off the leg of Fleetmeyer. Mullins keeps it going Taylor's way as Dunham able to work it back to Massey on the near side. And now Libby Thomas, who can really scoot. Thomas flying, and Collins has sliced her way through the defense for Taylor. Ball rolling and dying on the far sideline as Collins gets to it and turns to the middle. Luttrell cuts in. Her left-footed pass towards the middle of the 18 is sent away by Concordia. But Thomas scoots her way and now turns the corner right down the middle. Thomas from distance, and she'll pull it wide to the left. Good looking effort there from Thomas, who last year had a goal and 2 assists as a freshman. And the Trojans without 2 starters tonight, and Emma Goebel and Brooke Samini. And a minutes restriction here for their leading goal scorer from a year ago, the always electrifying Kiana Seifert. Fleetmeyer and McGee got hog-tied, and it's McGee coming out of it there with the ball with Concordia. Deals off to McIntosh. But Campbell Massey with the nose for the ball gets it back going in Taylor's favor. Collins to the cutting Thomas on the far side, who angles to the middle. Trying to stay onside as Luttrell. Thomas will just go right around a defender, plays it to the middle, one touch in, and Senna buries it. 26-18 to go in the first half, and Senna, the senior, gets Taylor on the board in the opening match of 2023. It's 1-0 Trojans. Senna scored 4 goals last year. Thomas with a wonderful dish. She just serpentined her way around the defense. And the Trojans have a 1-0 lead here against Concordia here in the lid lifter of 2023. Concordia with a quick response. Taylor whistled for the foul just about 10 yards outside the 18. Fourth foul on Taylor tonight, the best offensive opportunity upcoming right here for Concordia. Kendra Lewis, the senior, stands over this free kick. 3-woman wall. She'll play it over, trying to come to the near side. Brackenbury able to keep those arms away, calls everybody off. Good call by the senior keeper. That's her first goal kick of the night, upcoming right here. Quick dish off to Campbell Massey. Luttrell gets whistled for the foul as she chucked the Concordia player right down to the turf. That was Rory Brown that got in the way of Luttrell. First shot for Concordia comes 20 minutes here into the opening half. Ball back down to the turf after matching headers in opposite directions for either team. Massey, one touch to Collins, far sideline Thomas, about 5 yards outside midfield. Thomas veers to the middle. She set up the first goal of the night. Tries to go long distance to Grimm, who snuck behind the defense. But Jacobson comes off her line and gobbles up the ball as Thomas looked for her second assist of the night in the last few moments. Thomas started 6 matches last year as a freshman. Her first start as a sophomore has been lightning in a bottle to start. Luttrell to center the goal scorer, dancing with it back to the middle, giving it back to Luttrell, just inside the 18, left-footed shot, getting a piece of it off the post, and then Collins comes in to bury it. 2-0 Trojans as Collins cleans up the mess. Madeline Webb comes in for Concordia, replacing Aaliyah McIntosh. Collins a year ago had 8 goals, second on the team behind Kiana Seifert. And here she strikes as the Trojans score within 3 minutes of each other. First Senna, now Collins, and it's 2-0 Trojans here with less than 24 minutes to go in the opening half. TU continuing to apply the pressure here as Grimm taken down from behind. Trojans keep the possession as Fleetmeyer able to work it forward. Luttrell to sidestep a tackle attempt. And then Concordia sends it all the way to the far side. Unable to hold it in are the Cardinals. And for the first time this season, we'll see Kiana Seifert come in for TU. Seifert replaces Luttrell. As Mullins able to work her way to the middle. Taken away off her toe by Clark. Concordia has struggled to get through this pressure-packed offense from the Taylor forwards and back check and back pressure from the Trojan forwards and midfielders here tonight. Far side, Thomas, an assist tonight. She wants to get a goal off the fingertips, and Jacobson able to call it back in right before Grimm could come in from the weak side and poke it home. Taylor has outshot Concordia tonight 12-1. And they lead 2-0 on goals from Senna and Collins. Massey, this is Claire, dances up the near side to the middle. Wanted to curl it around the Concordia defense and connect with Collins, could not. Good job by Rory Brown to cut that long pass down, but Concordia gives it right back as big sister Claire finds younger sister Campbell. Senna, too hot for Grimm to control around the boot. As Concordia throws it in from the defensive end, they have not gotten out of this end of the field pretty much the entire first half, which has 20.5 minutes left to go in it. Jacobson, a big driving punt. Thomas and Webb fighting for position, and it's eventually found the feet of Taylor once again. Stepping in front of the pass intended for Grimm was Bracken, as the Trojans will bring in Sydney Thompson to replace Grimm. Thompson, sophomore out of Carlsbad, California. Third on the team in goals last year, tied with Grimm with 6 apiece. Off of a Concordia player, and Thompson quickly heaves it in. 3 Cardinals surrounding Mullins, but it's still redirected out to find the Trojans' Chloe Senna. Angles in the middle. Scott Seifert on the far side calls for it and is able to get to it. Seifert glides. She'll just flick this one from distance, and Jacobson able to haul it in on the fingertips. We've seen Seifert score from distance before. Did it on this field from about the same side and the same distance in one of the non-conference matches a year ago. Turnover by Concordia. Collins sweeping it into space. Could not connect with Seifert. It's back near midfield as Concordia takes it to the offensive end for one of the few times here tonight. About 19 minutes and change left to go here in the opening half. The Trojans out front 2-0 with goals getting scored less than 3 minutes apart. First Senna and then Collins. So time is called as there is a Concordia player down on the far side of the field. We'll take a break and come back after this. Whoever that was for Concordia, good to see her back up to her feet. And the Trojans bring in Emma Carroll, junior out of Springfield, Illinois, who played in just one match a season ago. Dealt with a lot of lower body injuries. Good to see Six and White back healthy as she replaces her classmate Sarah Mullins. Taylor throw-in from their defensive end far sideline. They go from left to right in white. Concordia in the black with the red numbers and the red letters. Thomas, a flick forward off of her boot. As now Libby limping just a little bit after a collision with the Concordia player on the far side. Cardinals press forward, ricocheted around, back down to the feet here. Long shot. Claire Massey steps in front of the attempt from Andrea Foster. Campbell Massey takes it off the toe, and now it's the youngest of the Massey sisters racing forward. Near side, and Thompson flying up the near side for Taylor. Trojans already ahead 2-zip. Thompson trying to add to it here as she dances to the end line. Trying to work her way to the middle. It goes off the foot of the defender Clark, and Taylor's got their second corner tonight. First offering was taken on the far side by Senna. This one taken on the near side by Claire Massey, one of the three captains for the Trojans here in 2023. Massey, the Trojans' leader in assists a year ago with 8. Outswinger to the back post. Soaring in was Collins, and she'll head it high and out of play. Goal kick for Concordia and Jacobson. Massey just comes running in and heads it all the way back into the 18. And then right back to the young lady that sent it to her in Jacobson. A knuckleball punt that's knocked down by Massey back to the middle and the center circle. Fleetmeyer trying to hold up Lewis, who threads one through to the far side. Here comes Brackenberry off the line, slides, and able to deflect the ball away. And got the nearest Cardinal that was trying to score on her with her. It looks to be Alyssa Pringle that was darting in from the far side, and it was Brackenberry that slid and got the best of her. Here's Seifer with that track speed. A touch to the end line, crosses, wanted to find Senna, defender right in front, dies in the middle of the box, and Concordia clears it away from trouble. Thomas to throw it in. Off of Senna's shin, and out of play it goes. Lauren Collins, all 5'1" of her, making life difficult for Concordia to clear. Senna, oh, a beautiful ball that almost found the foot of Thomas, but it was cleared away by Concordia at the last moment. And again, the Cardinals just cannot get it out of their defensive end. Back heel flick, Seifert back to the speedy Thomas. 1 assist tonight. Angles in the middle. She lets a shot go to the top shelf, and she rang it off of the football crossbar. Thomas assisted on the Senna goal to get things going about 10 minutes ago. And this one, she tried to take the goal off of its bearings to a top shelf rip. One of the 5 seniors on the Trojan roster, Caroline Monberg out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, gets ready to enter. Fleetmeyer with a header up to Collins. Taylor keeps it in the attacking half. Seifert again on a minutes restriction night. We'll see if she can try to get a little bit of an angle on Pringle. Could not. Float over Carroll's head. Thomas, a little flick over her defender's head, and now Thomas veers to the middle. Second defender comes. Her pass was blocked. There's Carroll to clean it up. Concordia's clearance attempt dies in the center circle to the knees of Claire Massey. Tenon White brings it up the near side. Long pass sends Thomas, or too far for Thompson to go get as it rolls out of play. And in comes Monberg for TU. She'll get Collins out of the midfield spot. Collins, the second goal scored tonight for Taylor off the post hit from Luttrell. 16-2 shots in favor of Taylor with less than 14 minutes remaining here in the first half of play. Jumping header from Fleetmeyer off the back of a Concordia player. Nice play forward by Bracken to take it away from Massey for Concordia. Dunham up to Fleetmeyer just outside midfield. Turns and plays it forward. A little far in front for Carroll. Hard boot away by Concordia. Back to Campbell Massey. Changes the point of attack to the far side, and Seifert, who comes back and gets a knee on it for TU. Fights with Pringle. Thomas takes her spot. It was off of her foot, and then Brown will lift it out of play for Concordia. And Rory Brown is down on the far side for Concordia. And the training staff comes out to take a look at her. We will take a break and come back. It's 2-0 Taylor with 12:32 left to go here in the first half on the Trojan Sports Network. The injured Concordia player was Rory Brown. Good to see her walk off under her own power. It's Allie Grice, her freshman classmate out of Dansville, Michigan, to come in and spell her. All Taylor here in the early going. So they lead 2-0, and they've outshot Concordia tonight by a 16-2 margin. Aiello spins away from Senna as Concordia goes all the way back into their defensive end. Still no shots on goal for the Cardinals tonight as they try to put a little pressure on Brackenbury here. McGee forward. Dunham comes back and cuts that pass off, deflecting it out off of a Taylor foot. And the Cardinals throw it in from the deepest part of their attacking half they have all night. McGee to heave it in. Into the 18 off of Dunham's hip. Fighting for it with Lewis as Dunham take him down, and Lewis and Concordia whistled for their first foul of the night. Nice little sidestep from Fleetmeyer to get away from Grice. Fleetmeyer had Monberg in front, who now veers to the middle, playing it off to the far side, and Thomas. Thomas to Seifert. Monberg stays back and onside. Just out of the left edge of the 18. Seifert bumped. Trying to use her strength to wheel her way forward. Does. Turns a rising right-footed shot that sails high over the crossbar and out of play. Another good-looking attempt there from Kiana Seifert, the talented sophomore. Big impact, both as a freshman on the soccer field and last year as a track and field sprinter in the spring. And Claire Massey gets whistled for the foul as she side swipes Webb down to the turf. Near side to Carroll as Taylor moves it forward. Thompson had a little bit of a run. Carroll couldn't thread it through. Works it up to Senna. Monberg in the middle. Trying to help direct Senna. Curls it in. Too far over Monberg's head, and it's off to the keeper, Jacobson, for Concordia. Punted and deflected by Massey's head. That's Campbell. And Concordia's got a throw in on the far sideline, about 10 yards inside of midfield. The Cardinals in black shoot on the goal to our right. They trail 2-0 here with 9.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Grice trying to move it forward, turned away by the moment by Seifert. Her long pass intercepted by Taylor's Claire Massey. Thompson legging it out. That 5'10 frame can really move. Wants to curl it up to Senna. She can fly as well. Too far for her. Flicked out of play by Clark, who was right there on Senna's hip. Samantha Pompanillo ready to enter here for Concordia. Thompson fires it in near sideline. Two defenders there for Concordia. Play keep away from Senna. Monberg darts back, lays it back to Dunham. Hits the brakes and comes near side to Massey, who's got plenty of green turf to work with. Too far for Thompson. Try to get that right toe on it. Skipped underneath her. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Concordia, with Pompanillo entering here for the Cardinals. She replaces Andrea Foster. Good to see Pompanillo back on the field. Did not play in a single match a season ago. She's the 5'4" elder stateswoman out of Farmington Hills, Michigan. Carroll blocks the clearance try. Stays with Concordia, but more pressure here from Taylor as they try to continue to hold the ball in their offensive end. Massey heads into space. Carroll right there to pounce on it for Taylor. Carroll tries to dance to her left. So dumps in the middle and Fleetmeyer. Quick touch pass forward to Monberg. Too hot for her to handle as Garrick deals it away. Little right shoulder down from Massey, who now accelerates up the near side for Taylor. Trojans ahead, 2-0. Thompson with a two-step, tried to play it forward. And now she gets hog-tied to the ground by McGee. It's off of Thompson, and Concordia throws it in as Thompson gets back with an ear-to-ear grin, looking for a foul that does not come. Poked off by Concordia, and Claire Massey gets ready to throw it in as she locked horns with Madeline Webb. And Claire moved a couple yards too far. Oh, she was about 10 yards clear where she was supposed to be. That cheeky Claire Massey just can't. She'll give it her in. She'll take a mile. So now Thompson's got it for Taylor. Throws that right foot onto it. Wanted to curl it more towards the middle of the box. Instead, hit it straight out across the end line, and Concordia gets it back once again. 17-2 shots in favor of Taylor with about 6 minutes left to go here before halftime. 2-zip Trojans on goals from Senna and Collins, less than 3 minutes apart. Clearance try, deflected by Concordia by Pompanillo, right down to Seifert. She's got Momberg in front, a backheel flick. Went off a Concordia defender to the end line, and Taylor gets ready. Will get ready for their third corner of the night. Senna goes to take this one in the far corner. It'll be her second corner of the night, with her classmate Claire Massey taking the other one that was from the near side. A low one. Right there was Massey, and Claire just headed it wide to the right. Good looking service there from Senna in the far corner. Claire Massey, or Campbell Massey, one of the center backs, wanted to find Seifert over her head. Fleetmeyer from the midfield spot floats back and keeps it going back for Taylor. An outside back, far side, and Libby Thomas dancing with it. And she goes back to the younger Massey. This is Campbell. To the keeper, Brackenbury. Thomas turns it over. The beneficiary was Grice. Then throws to Pompanillo. Cardinals press it in from the far side. Thomas tried to cut it off as the Cardinals wanted to connect with Grice, and it's back to Taylor with 3:38 and counting here in the opening half. Sent into the 18. Brackenbury there. She's got to play the bounce, and does right before anyone in black can make life difficult for her. Brack had to dance with it a little bit, was able to haul it in. Then she'll drive one through the upland night sky. There's Grice just across midfield. Sends one into the 18. Brackenbury off her line as it was Campbell Massey that slipped, gets up limping a little bit, trying to stretch things out on the far side. Play continues. And now good to see Campbell start to jog a little bit as Carroll 1-on-2 here on the near side, but Concordia deflects it out of play, and Campbell still a little bit gimpy there on the backside of the play here. Senna flicks it on, and it's Thompson and no one in front of her. Sydney sets her sights on the right edge of the box, crosses right to the middle, slipping was Seifert. Backside, Thomas. Little dance to the end line, trying to send it back, does. Too far for Senna there. Seifert, whose shot just sails over the crossbar. Kiana Seifert has been knocking on the door a couple of different times here in the last 10 minutes or so of making this 3-0 Taylor, and she's been just that close every time. Good read from Claire Massey on the goal kick from Jacobson. And now Massey with a head of steam near side. Right edge of the 18, running out of room to the 18, pirouetting, trying to shuck a defender away from her, and it's sent away by Concordia. Carroll will track it down in front of her own bench. Gets to the challenge of Webb, sweeps it away, and back to Dunham. Mariah curls one up to Carroll. Flicked away by Aiello, and it stays with Taylor with a minute left to go. Here before halftime, and the
1 minute remaining in the half. 1 minute.
And there is the call for 1 minute. A half dominated by the Trojans, where they've outshot Concordia 19-3. Seifert able to maneuver the way from Webb, and now it's a foot race on the far side. Seifert stomps on the brakes, curls into the middle. There's Monberg, step through, left-footed shot, punched down by Jacobson. Concordia unable to clear as it goes across the end line, but a wonderful opportunity from Monberg that Jacobson snuffed away. 20th shot of the first half for Taylor, and the corner from Senna comes with 15 seconds remaining before halftime. In-swinger to the back post. Dunham flicks it forward and played out to the near side and out of play.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that brings the first half of a dominating first half to a close. The Trojans lead 2-0 in half thanks to goals by Chloe Senna and Lauren Collins less than 3 minutes apart. We'll be back with the BSN Sports Halftime Report next on the Trojan Sports Network.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greeks Pizzeria. It's our taste.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart? Well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments, in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Life to the full for me looks like approaching every conversation as if it is for the kingdom and to the glory of God.
Life to the full to me means being present where your 2 feet are at.
When I think of life to the full, I think of joy, especially the Taylor body, the Taylor community, what Taylor has to offer.
The way we're equipping students to live life to the full is that we're helping them have a global humility.
There are so many things at Taylor that are preparing me to live life to the full. I love doing research and engaging in projects within my major, computer science, so I could go from programming 1 minute to doing a Bollywood dance and performing as part of Mosaic Night the next.
We have a lot of opportunity here to help students and to equip them to live life full now and well beyond their years at Taylor, and part of that is the intentionality we have with developing relationships with one another.
I'm experiencing life to the full at Taylor through the different opportunities that Taylor allows us to learn about different cultures, people, and places.
I love that we get to do chapel together 3 times a week. Nobody takes attendance. Nobody tells me I have to be there, but I get to be there.
I think I see that in sports, on the football field, and in the throwing ring, in classes, and also in student leadership positions.
I experience life to the full at chapel because I get to play in a chapel band, and I get to sit up there and play piano and glorify God with one of my gifts.
The community gives me a sense of life to the full in that I get to see students go through their 4 years here, develop as intellectuals and scholars, be prepared for their vocations, and go out into the world and influence the world for Christ.
Welcome back here to Turner Stadium. The football team has gotten out of their meetings and film work for the night, so that is why the increased volume. Well, we've joined you back here for a quick look at the halftime stats in the first half stats, brought to you by the fine folks at BSN Sports. Taylor outshot Concordia 20-3 in the opening half. 9 shots on goal to 1 for the home team. 7 saves for Haley Jacobson. 1 save for Hannah Brackenbury. 4 corners for the Trojans, none for the Cardinals. And Taylor had 6 fouls. Concordia had 1. Trojans lead 2-0 off of 2 first-half goals, less than 3 minutes apart from each other. Chloe Senna scored off a pass from Libby Thomas, and Lauren Collins scored after a shot went off of the post by Eliza Luttrell. New woman in goal for the Trojans here in half number 2. It's the sophomore out of Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the sophomore, Brianna Rawlings. So Brackenbury's night is over. The senior works her 45 minutes, and Bree Rawlings now takes over in the goal to our right. Jacobson remains out there for Concordia. Taylor attacking the goal to our left. It's the same group of starters that Taylor had to start the match off, minus, of course, Rawlings in goal. And now with about 100 rowdy, or about 80 to 100 rowdy football guys, we'll see if that can get a little more juice here for the Trojans. They were good without him in the first half. We'll see if that can push them over the top here in half 2. You can hear they're very invested cheering off to our right. And there they are again on cue as Libby Thomas taken down by Aaliyah McIntosh. And the football guys did not like that. Really didn't like it. Thomas is okay. She's tough. As Campbell Massey takes the free kick. Again, remember, Campbell was a little dinged up towards the end of the first half. Good to see her back out there. Fleetmeyer wanted to go to her left. A little back heel flick. Curls it in. Goes off the face and the forehead of Concordia's Michaela McGee as the Cardinals press forward with McIntosh. Dunham tried to cut down the long pass intended for Kendra Lewis, and they'll stop the clock. As they'll take a look at Michaela McGee, as looks like she took that either centering pass or the shot attempt off of the forehead as the Concordia sports medicine staff comes out to take a look at the freshman McGee. She'll exit. She feels fine, but again, when anyone takes a shot or a hard pass like that to the face and the head, they've got to get subbed out. So it looks like Concordia will play a woman down, at least for the time being, with McGee standing here on the near sideline as the Cardinals sports medicine staff takes a look at the freshman defender. And so Samantha Pompanillo comes in to spell McGee on the back line here for Concordia. And Taylor restarts with the ball at their feet as Claire Massey jogs to the right side. I'll tell you what, these football guys, head coach Aaron Minga wants them to be the party, and they are that everywhere that they go. Pressure again from the Trojans. Grimm and center right there. Ball squirts free to Collins. To the middle, left of center and Mullins, who circles over the right shoulder and plays it forward to Grimm. Racing to the end line with 2 Cardinals hot on her heels. Grimm a little 2-step to the end line. It goes off of multiple people. And the flag is in the air far side. It's off of whom? It's off of Taylor, and a goal kick upcoming for Concordia and their keeper, Haley Jacobson. Those Taylor students really thought that was going to go the Trojans' way there. Mullins swims through a defender and deals off to the near side, and Grimm, who now works her way to the middle. Wants to go far side, flicked on, Luttrell trying to get there. It bounces away from her. It's off of Concordia, and Taylor's got the first corner of the second half, their 5th of the match tonight. With no true left-footed folks on the roster, that means Massey takes this one from the far side with that dominant right foot. Goes right down the line to the back post. Jacobson 2 arms it away, bouncing around inside the 18. Crashing in was Fleetmeyer. It's flicked away by Concordia, and Senna races out to try to move it for Taylor. She couldn't deal it out to the cutting in Libby Thomas, and then angling back to the middle is Alyssa Pringle. But then Fleetmeyer has been a fly in the ointment of Concordia all night. Dances her way to the middle. Angles to her left. Fleetmeyer, the sophomore, plays it forward to the junior Grimm. And the flag is in the air as Audrey was offside. First offside flag for either team this evening. Low clearance that Mullins holds in for Taylor off the try from Jacobson. She plays it behind Senna, and it goes out of play as Taylor's trying to attack quickly. Good to see Michaela McGee back on the field here for Concordia. They're beginning looked at after taking the ball off the forehead. Pompanillo exits. Just 5 minutes into this second half of the first match of the season for either club. Taylor ahead 2-0. Dunham got a knee on a ball, and now it's worked forward by Concordia. Campbell Massey in the middle. Left foots one all the way to the near side, and Grimm. Deflected. Senna has got Thomas flying up to her left, but Senna will have it poked away from her. She'll leave it off to Thomas. Left corner of the 18, dancing in the middle. Thomas lets one go, and she almost put one into the upper 90 on the far side. Goodness. A little stutter step, and then wham, that thing was flying towards Jacobson. Off the back of Luttrell, Mullins asked to sidestep our lead official in the middle of the field as Fleetmeyer off of a heel, able to poke it forward. McIntosh as Campbell Massey steps in and pokes it away from her. And now Thomas watches this one roll out of play. Taylor trying to take it out of the defensive end. Thomas now works her way to the middle. Taylor still in the defensive end as she right foots one off to Mariah Dunham. The right center back to the right outside back and Claire Massey. Up to Eliza Luttrell. The freshman led to the Collins goal to make it 2-0 Taylor. Senna scored the first goal of the night as she operates in the middle of the field. Now accelerates and turns the corner. Little dink forward. Grimm's got to leg it out. Will she get there in time to the end line? Back heel flick keeps it in. She blows a tire, but nobody was there, and so Grimm keeps the possession at her feet. Now trying to deal with the shorter defender in Pringle. Thomas has got a head start as she comes barreling in from the near side. A little dance to her left. Left-footed pass in the middle. Backside, and Senna just missed the flick to give her second goal of the night after a wonderful individual effort from Thomas. It has been pressure, 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 and Taylor offense, offense, offense all night. 22 shots to just 3 from Concordia. Looks like Massey almost had it taken away. It'll stay here with the Trojans. Mullins races, nobody there. Stomps the brakes as McGee now back to Thomas, who sachets in from the middle. Works to the top of the 18. Her shot was blocked. Now finds the feet of Luttrell. Her turning left-footed twister was kicked away by Concordia. Underplayed pass that Grimm tries to gobble up. She taps it around McIntosh and still has work to do to keep it going back in Taylor's way. Aiello blasting one forward. Campbell Massey throws a left foot in front of that one, and then she'll drive one forward intended for Grimm. Senna can get going as quick as a hiccup, and she'll cut right in front of the Concordia defender. Taylor trying to make it 3-0 here early on in the second half. Here's Senna turning the corner, back to the middle. Wide open is Luttrell. She'll take an extra touch. She gets taken down inside the 18, and then a penalty kick upcoming here for Taylor. Luttrell was the worse for wear. Did not see who the foul was on for Concordia, but it'll be Chloe Senna, the senior, to take it to try to make it 3-0. Last year the Trojans were a perfect 1-for-1 on penalty kicks. That was from Hannah Dempsey. She is now married and graduated. Senna, left foot, easy work, and the senior makes it 3-0 Trojans. Senna's second one of the night as Thomas clotheslined down, and a card coming here for McIntosh. So the yellow card on McIntosh, the first card from either side tonight. Fleetmeyer stands over the free kick from the near side. Plays it towards the frame. Jacobson comes off the line and catches it. That was about 13 yards inside midfield. Again, Taylor shooting on the goal to our left here in the second half. They lead 3-0 thanks to the second goal of the night from Senna, this one off of the penalty kick. Dunham, jostles for the ball with Lewis, and coming away with it were the Trojans. Massey to Senna. She turned around and was poked away from her by Garrick. High bouncer. Collins gets her head on it for Taylor. Luttrell wants to work it back to the middle. Now stops with Garrick right there in front of her. Far sideline Massey, a right-footed pass forward to Luttrell, with 3 subs about to come in for Concordia at the next stoppage. Brown Forber, pass cut off by Fleetmeyer, has been pesky against Concordia all night. Right edge of the 18, Luttrell bluffs to her left now, knifes it off. Fades away, pass was blocked by Brown, cleared away by a Concordia teammate. Dunham finding with McIntosh, able to get back to her feet and deal it off to Claire Massey. Massey to the middle and Senna. Knocks it off the right shoulder. Back into space. Here comes Libby Thomas. Stops and starts. Tackle taking her down from behind. And the guilty party, Kendra Lewis. And a yellow card comes against her as she cleaned out Thomas right off the feet. Lewis came up to help Thomas. And Lewis knew what was about to happen, as Thomas was almost home free to head towards the top of the 18. Just About 34 minutes left to go in regulation time in a match tonight that Taylor has dominated from the opening whistle. Fleetmeyer from the near side. This is about 7 yards outside of the 18. From the near side of the field. Fleetmeyer wanted to go back post, and she sailed it wide. Only had a 3-woman wall in front of her. And here come the subs in for Concordia. Matea James, Samantha Pompanillo, and Isabella Elsie are the 3 Cardinals. Replacing McIntosh, Andrea Foster, and Michaela McGee. Long pass, nice save by a sliding Kendra Lewis. But the only folks there are those wearing white. Grimm looks forward. Senna turns and now faces the goal. A little step over move, gets her to the middle, curls it in, just a hair out of the reach of Collins as she had slithered behind the defense. And a stoppage on the field. Not sure why. We have a stoppage in play with 32:50 left to go here in the second half. Taylor ahead 3-0 on Concordia. For the more hotter early season matches, we normally have a hydration break, but those thunderstorms that missed us for the most part, that delayed our start time by about an hour, by a little over an hour, have cooled things off in a wonderful way here in the middle of August. After this, Taylor on the road for 2 out in the state of Oregon. So they head to the Pacific Northwest. As Leah McQuaid, the freshman from Archbold, Ohio, makes her first appearance of her college career to come get Senna. And we're back to play here from Turner Stadium. Dancing with it is Dunham, has pressure on her heels, turning it over are the Trojans. Pringle comes cutting in. Her pass intended for the middle was intercepted by Taylor's Campbell Massey. And now McQuaid, fresh off the bench, and the freshman deals near side here to Sarah Mullins. Now to McQuaid, who just came off the bench. She's got some green turf in front of her. Trying to go to the end line, sliding and poking it out of play nicely was Cameron Garrick. Throw in near side for Taylor and Libby Thomas, who has been really creative here tonight for Taylor from her defensive spot. Graham, a back heel flick. Thomas steps in, left edge of the 18. To the end line she goes. Left-footed pass is cleared away mightily by Concordia. Into the night sky it goes, and Taylor gets ready for their 6th corner kick of the night. So Massey will take, this is Claire Massey to take the corner from the near side. Corner number 6 of the night for the Trojans. First one the Massey will take to play an in swing, and that's what she does towards the backside. Collins off of her. back, loose in the 18. A whole pile of people there, finally poked free. Dunham trying to be the first one to it is. Sidesteps one defender. Her shot was blocked. Crashing in McQuaid and snatching it away from her is the keeper, Jacobson. Jacobson at 5'8", McQuaid at 5'5", and 5'8 beats 5'8 beats 5'5 this time. Claire Massey heads it out of play far side, and after a fairly quick moving opening half, we have grinded through the first almost 15 minutes here in half two. Claire Massey sidesteps the defender, off to Luttrell from the one touch from McQuaid. Deflected back to Massey, who sprints and carries on the far side. Too far away from her and out of play, and back to Concordia it goes. Mullins able to break free and deal it back to Claire Massey. Fleetmeyer gets banged into, able to keep the ball for Taylor. Campbell Massey cuts up. Remember, Taylor playing without two of their better defensive players tonight. No Brooke Samini and no Emma Goebel. The top goal scorer from a season ago, sophomore Kiana Seifert, on a little bit of a minutes limit tonight. Mullins pirouettes away, up the right side, trying to work back as Luttrell. Her left-footed shot, Jacobson gets a piece, and it's flicked in by Grimm. Grimm was right there on the end line and put her home, and it's 4-0 Taylor with exactly 29 minutes left to go. We'll see if they give Luttrell the assist, as it was her flick that put it on after Jacobson made the save. But Grimm on the score sheet, the third tie for the third most goals a year ago. And it's 4-0 Taylor here in a dominating first performance of the year. Luttrell stops it on the end line. He's now played a hand in 2 out of Taylor's 4 goals tonight. She gives off to the one she helped score in Collins, the first one, after setting up Grimm on a shot just a few moments ago. Out to the far side, and Claire Massey lets it go out of play. Concordia turns it over, and there's Fleetmeyer again. Left to center, Mullins. Grimm. Overrun here by Thomas. Libby curling it in. Pringle hot on her heels. McQuaid trying to force her way through and did, but Concordia clears it away before Leah could get a foot on it. Stays with the Trojans on the near side throw-in. As Thomas into Mullins. Back to Thomas and then back to Mullins again. Sarah sidesteps one defender and sends Libby Thomas to the end line. Stops and veers back to her right. Long pass to the far side over everybody's heads. And Claire Massey there to clean it up. Claire spin away from some hand fighting there, and she'll find her younger sister Campbell back in the center circle. Thomas leads Grimm, who's the most recent goal scorer. Three different goal scorers out of the 4 tallies tonight for Taylor. Clearance was blocked by Grimm. Mullins will be the first one to it for Taylor. Top of the box, Grimm turns. Dances away from one defender. Couldn't get away from the second. Tight quarter passing. Luttrell wanted to find McQuaid. Skips all the way to the near side as Grimm plays it forward to the end line and Mullins. Sarah stops and goes back to Grimm, who is wide open for Day. She'll blast it in and put it right between the legs of a sliding Jacobson. Back-to-back goals for Grimm, and it's 5-0 Trojans. Give Mullins the assist, and Grimm strikes from almost 18 yards out. Libby Thomas out. Rachel Landis in for Taylor. Good to see Rach back out there. Dealt with some upper body injuries a year ago. Michaela McGee along with Aaliyah McIntosh and Kendra Lewis all return for Concordia, as well as the Trojans pouring it on here in the second half. They lead 5-0. The Trojans have taken 4 shots here in the second half. They've scored on 3 of them, including the last 3 in a row. And here's the Taylor pressure again as Concordia has struggled just to get the ball across midfield tonight. Volleyed out of the air by Concordia, but Taylor holds it in with Fleetmeyer. Luttrell, a header off to Mullins. Pass deflected back. Mullins tried to thread it on through. It's kicked out to the far side, and now it'll be Concordia to regroup. Brown sends it to the middle. Wanting it was Elsie. As Fleetmeyer, a little bump, and gets the edge and the ball at her feet. Tight quarters pass to Mullins. McQuaid wanted to dish it back to Mullins, sent away by the Cardinals. Dunham and McIntosh locking horns. As Clark able to spin away and keep it for Concordia. Kicked out by Taylor on the far side as we've played just over 20 minutes here in the second half. Taylor scored 3 more times here since half. In case you're wondering, the Taylor students are yelling feet and ball depending on what side of the sign is being held up to them. Always good to know that the college kids can read. And they now yelled goal. So we know at least those men down there know 3 words. Shot. Luttrell deflected near side. Grimm gives chase. It's across the end line. Who is it off of? It's off of Concordia. And Taylor will get their 7th corner kick of the night. Near side corner comes into the right of Jacobson. They also know forwards. They know run. Claire Massey from the near side corner. A laser beam towards the backside of the box. Knocked down as Kendra Lewis tries to deal with Mariah Dunham before dealing it off. Long pass in, Landis v. McIntosh. Too far for either young lady to get to, and it's going back to TU. Eskarem James makes her college debut for Taylor, the freshman from Noblesville, Indiana, replacing Mullins. Checking out is Caitlin Aiello for Concordia. It looks like Pompanillo back in for the Cardinals once again. Collins pirouettes away, goes off of her shoulder. Now she's able to scissor and knife her way through. Long pass, picture perfect to Luttrell on the right side, who veers to the middle. Luttrell continuing to press forward. Her left-footed shot was blocked. Tried to come in and get the ricochet, almost had it. And sent out to the far side by Concordia and out of play. And even though the Trojans have this 5-goal advantage, they have not turned the wick down one bit. Oh, how we have missed the Taylor students here over the summer months. "25 shots to 3, the mark for Taylor tonight. They've scored on 3 in a row. James off a touch, right side. She lets it go, and Jacobson knocks it down. Back to James, who shoots and ricochets it off the outside of the goal. James off the bench and like a lightning strike almost made it 6-0 Taylor. Kiana Seifert also back out there for TU. Big press forward here from Garrick. Concordia takes it into the attacking half. Bouncing back in favor of Lewis. Taking it away is Seifert, however, for Taylor. Seifert to McQuaid. Between her legs, she'll have to race into the 18. Pringle trying to cut her off. Jacobson slides off the line and smothers it for Concordia. Nice job by Pringle to just edge McQuaid out of the way of the path of the ball and set up Jacobson for a slide. And time will be called as Kendra Lewis has some tape on that left wrist, holding it here. She'll have to come off of the field. Definitely not how the senior wanted her final year at Concordia to start. And coming in is Olivia Levine. So the sports medicine staff will take off the tape on Kendra Lewis's left hand and the wrist as well. McIntosh takes it away from Fleetmeyer for Concordia. But then Fleetmeyer comes right back and gets it back for the Trojans. Landis, left foot's one forward, wanted Seifert, curled it too far away from her. But Concordia passes it right back to Fleetmeyer, runs through a challenge. Fleetmeyer played in 15 matches a year ago, but played sparingly off the bench. Has been a key cog tonight in keeping Concordia from getting any pressure into their attacking half. Long ball in over the head of McQuaid. Easy work for Jacobson in the 18 for Concordia. James lays it back to Claire Massey for Taylor. Across midfield, this is Collins. LC scored Taylor's second goal of the night. Then it was sent on a penalty kick. The last two have been tallied by Grimm. Luttrell taken down on the right side of the 18. Out off of Concordia, and Taylor gets ready for corner kick number 8 tonight. With no Senna on the field, that means Massey gets extra corner kick work tonight. This one to come in from the far side. It's to Jacobson's left, and also in the goal to our left. Those rowdy Taylor students to our right get hushed like they're in the library studying. Deflected on to the backside. Campbell Massey, the first one onto it. The Taylor freshman fades once Seifert had an edge for a moment, taken away, and it's off of the Trojans and back to Concordia. Matea James in for the Cardinals along with Allie Grice. They replace Elsie and Pringle. The Aussie chants. Perfect segue to say hello to our friend Coach Michelle down in Australia, enjoying the World Cup, I bet, with her friends. And where it's now Friday morning down under. Two other folks that head coach Scott Stan wanted to give shout-outs to. Leilani Becerra out of California and her future teammate, Ava Makados out of Canada. Those seniors in high school, they will be joining the women's soccer program for the 2024 year. So watching in California, Canada, Australia, and all around the globe, thanks to YouTube, as we celebrated our 13th birthday on YouTube yesterday, with the Taylor YouTube page being birthed on August 16th back in 2010, thanks to former women's soccer, or women's and women's golf coach, sports information director, DJ, and PA announcer Cameron Andrew. Trojans able to hold this one inside. They're attacking half on midfield again. They're in white. They shoot on the goal to our left. They have dominated this game since about the opening whistle. Landis tries to turn Grice away. That's off for the Trojans and stays with Concordia. Landis again played in just 11 matches a year ago, suffered an upper body injury that really plagued the rest of her season. And McIntosh chucks Seifert down to the ground. And remember, McIntosh has already got one yellow card tonight. And she's called over and has a chat with our lead official. So a Fleetmeyer free kick, about 15 minutes remaining here in regulation time. With the Trojans out front 5-0. Fleetmeyer's got that thing teed up a little bit too far. And she's ushered back a good 8-9 yards. Okay, we have got about 900 whistles going on here. Fleetmeyer moved back her 8 yards. It looks like they're going to let Concordia get a sub in as McIntosh exits and Isabella Elsie comes in to get her. Ashley Coleman jogs on for TU. Coleman played in one match a year ago for Taylor. She replaces the freshman Luttrell. And Bryn Collins out of Buena Park, California, will come in to get Fleetmeyer at the next opportunity, it looks like. Morgan, nice ball to the middle of the 18. James backside, and she'll drive that one over the soccer crossbar. But she drove it through the football goalposts, thus drawing big cheers from the football guys to our right. Fleetmeyer out, and B. Collins in. Concordia out to the near side. Clark tried to get underneath of it. Less than 14 to go here in the second half. Taylor leading 5-0 here in the season opening match against Concordia. The Trojans pulled off a big upset in the Crossroads League tournament last year, upsetting cross-county foe Indiana Wesleyan in the opening round. Then got bounced by Marion in another close match in the semifinals. Then received an at-large bid to the national tournament a year ago, went down to Mississippi. Had a narrow loss in the opening round there on a goal after Kiana Seifert had tied the game at 1. And the opposition scored that quick one right after Seifert had tied it. But the Trojans bring back a ton of firepower from a year ago. The Trojans graduated 5, and Emma Shoemaker, Hannah Dempsey, Sophie Snyder, Claire Nishala, now Claire Newman, I believe, after she got married, and Lauren Sinna. Here comes Coleman. Foul by B. Collins. Trying to muscle her way through a defender. Free kick for Concordia. They blast it deep into the attacking half. Back out near side. Seifert wanted to race back and get to it. Could not before it rolled out of play. And Concordia throws it in from deep in the attacking half. Out off of Seifert, and it stays with Concordia. So we approach 11 minutes remaining here in the second half. New keeper Brianna Rawlings has not seen a shot here in the second half. Will Concordia test her here as McGee throws it in? Seifert flicks it forward with her noggin. McQuaid back to get it, plays it into space. Too far for Seifert to get onto it, but now she'll try to track it down. Garrick plays it all the way to the keeper Jacobson, who drives it away from Seifert. All the way out. Nobody home except Claire Massey, who lets it go out of play, and the Trojans get ready for the throw-in as we hit 10.5 minutes remaining with Taylor out front 5-0. B. Collins turns over that left shoulder as she dances up the far sideline. Dealing off to Coleman, whose left-footed pass finds L. Collins in the middle. LC to BC. B. Collins in, skips in, and Jacobson snags it as that one was ahead of McQuaid. Ball pinballs around off the goal kick, finally finds Claire Massey. Rockets one all the way to the other end, too far for Mesker M. James to get onto it. As in comes Sydney Thompson. She replaces Kiana Seifert. Collins to B. Collins. James for Taylor. Has L. Collins cutting in front. Wants to turn the corner, does. Second defender there, back to James, inside the 18, inside the 5. And it's poked away, and it's off of Concordia, and Taylor gets another corner. It'll be number 9 tonight for TU. Some more corner work here for Claire Massey, this time from the near side of the field. Right foot from Massey, backside of the 18. And before all that fun could happen, the whistle blows. Violation on Taylor. It's a goal kick here for Concordia. And now the football guys are doing jumping jacks to our right. So apparently the boys did not get enough of a workout tonight. We have to get a little jumping jack action going to the right. Throw in for Claire Massey, one of the outside backs for the Trojans. It's younger sister Campbell with 6:45 and counting here in the second half. Long curl up near side to Landis. He works back to her right. Up to Lauren Collins, then off to Sydney Thompson, who just came in with the offside flag in the air on Sid. Second time Taylor's been offside here in the second half. And now Seth Griswold's going to lead the roller coaster for the Taylor football team and men's soccer team down to our right. So this will be fun. So they've gone through one loop-to-loop, and now they get ready to go back up the other time. Oh, here they go. Foul on the Trojans. A free kick upcoming here for Concordia. A picture-perfect start to the season here for Taylor. And coming off of the trip to the national tournament as an at-large team a year ago. Another foul against TU. Now we have a young man doing push-ups down in row 1. The football guys start their season here next week on Saturday here at 6 o'clock against St. Ambrose as Rawlings comes out and scoops up the bouncing ball inside the 18. Again, women's soccer on the road. They'll fly out to Oregon next week, have 2 matches out there. And now the football guys are doing the Pledge of Allegiance. Men's soccer is going to get going here in short time. That dominant volleyball team gets things going with matches this weekend in Fort Wayne with 2 tomorrow and 2 Saturday. They are the reigning, defending, and undisputed Crossroads League regular season and tournament champions from a year ago. They lost a lot, but they have got some talent waiting in the wings, and they have reloaded as well. As Bryn Collins chucked down from behind. Foul on Concordia. And now the football team is trying to get their head coach, Aaron Mingo, to dance. And they are booing him because he's not going to dance. They might not want to boo him because he can make them run tomorrow. But that sounds like a football problem, not an us problem, right? Right. McQuaid turns away on the near side, trying to flick it to the middle, and L. Collins. Concordia up to Levine. Bumped by B. Collins. Signal it's going her team's way, and she's right. Gives way to Landis. Mescarem James turns, had the angle for a minute. And then she gets whistled for the foul after she takes Rory Brown down to the turf. Off of BC. Seconds left to go here from Turner Stadium. The Trojans are going to pick up their first win of 2023. They were pretty dominant on this field a year ago. And the tip of the cap from the football team, the Attaway, given to the Taylor women's soccer team. They've deserved it tonight. A dominating showing from the Trojans, led by 16th-year head coach Scott Stan, a 5-0 lead as we hit about a minute to go here in regulation time. Three different goal scorers tonight. Senna with 2, Grimm with 2, Collins with 1. Libby Thomas with an assist, Mullins with an assist, and also 2 setups as well from the freshman Eliza Luttrell. The only goal not being set up was that Senna penalty kick to start the second half scoring tonight. The Trojans outshoot Concordia tonight 29-3, including 15-1 in shots on goal. Concordia only with a couple of wins a year ago, so they try to build here for a better 2023 than 2022. The Trojans had a pretty good 2022. They are off to a good start here in 2023. And they started with a victory here on the home field. 5-0 the final tonight from Upland, Indiana and Turner Stadium as the Trojans defeat Concordia 5-0. Chloe Senna with 2 goals, Audrey Grimm with 2, Lauren Collins with the other. Special thanks to our camera operator tonight, Joan McKim. We thank you folks for tuning in tonight for tonight's women's soccer broadcast, our first broadcast of what should be another fun year for Taylor Athletics here in the 2023-2024 academic year. Final score once again from Upland, Indiana, Turner Stadium. The site, Taylor 5, Concordia 0. As the Trojans start 2023 off with a win. This has been a presentation of Taylor Women's Soccer on the Trojan Sports Network. Until we talk to you again, we say goodnight from Upland, Indiana.
proceeding has been a presentation of the Trojan Sports Network.